Hello, welcome to episode number 48 of Minecraft Survival. Now, since the last episode, a lot of crazy stuff has been happening. So let us begin. While we're doing that, let's go over to behind the apartment complex to see what surprises awaiting players who read that message. And on another note, before I begin with the history, this area really needs to be reforested. A lot of areas of the server really need to be reforested. People have cut all the trees down and are not replanting it. Oh, why am I in creative? Right. But never mind about that. Oh, someone took my Minecraft. Never mind about that, let's begin with the story. So, all throughout the last 2 weeks, so starting 1 week ago, and 2 weeks ago, there were a lot of illegal items. I thought they were just what a Sketcherva had created and accidentally let them leak out. But no, it was much worse than that. Somebody had been creating them, because I do remember somebody showing me a specific item that set your size parameter to ×8. And that was in creatives. And then the very next day it was in survival, which means it couldn't have been old. So this was very shocking. And I looked in the logs and I could not find any references to the creation of this item. So that means that the cheaters had found a way around it, which is definitely not good at all. So then, I thought it might have been command blocks, but then I remembered that you can't do them, even if you're a creative user. And then lastly, by reading a forum post on the Spigot forum, I found out how they're doing it. Saved hotbars. If you go into another world, and then you create an illegal item, then you take that illegal item, put it into a saved hotbar, go to my server. And then you need 2 players, the helper and the cheater. The helper has creative access and goes to creative. Then the helper runs /game mode creative and then the cheater's name. So now the cheater is in creative in survival, which is a complete abuse. So then the cheater loads in his saved hotbar with all the illegal items in it. Then the helper sets the game mode of the cheater back to survival within 20 seconds, so it all looks like just an accident, when it is really not. So that is how they were doing it, and it took me a pretty long time to find out about that. So the biggest thing that came as a part of it was AAC. Anti-abuse commands. Excuse me. Alright, let's continue. So, I found who did it. It was DGP1. He actually admitted to it. And the helper, was named Stupede. And Stupede had creative access. Oh, look, here it is. Only one person took it. Surprising. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I just gave a zombie my sword. Oh, this is terrible. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, screw the history. I need to get my sword back. Yeah. Right. Never mind. Continuing on. So they were banned, and at the same time, one of Coop's friends, his name has now become infamous on the server. One of Coop's friends named Xavier joined, and Moneybags567. And I'd forgotten this at the time, but they were ones who were harassing Nanny Clown on Drama Act of February 17th. So that happened. And at that point, Xavier actually admitted that he and Coops had sexually harassed What's Funny. And at that point, that had been a big raging debate that Jessica Landry, What's Funny, was accusing all of these people. I was actually harassing her even though it was in a VC when I wasn't watching, so there's no recording of it, and all the other players were vehemently denying it, whereas all of What's Funny's friends were coming up with the same story. So it was a very strange manner, and I had, of course, previously banned Coops off Discord server. But his friend X5 admitted to it, so at that point, Doo-Doo Dingo Butt, which was a known alt of Coops, was completely kicked off, as now there's evidence of such a heinous crime, and it goes away. Additionally, Stupid and DGP1 were banned. This other player named One Time Plays YT. That's also another known alt account of Coops because he joined Andromeda to call me the N-word. Delightful. And then his excuse was that he's black, so he's allowed to just call me racial slurs. That's not an excuse. So, after that, that became quite bad. One Time Plays YT had found to be hoarding illegal items. In fact, I'm going to do an EC on myself, so you can see these are 2 items that I confiscated from One Time Plays YT's inventory. You can see it has this very illegal sword that was hacked in by DGP1. This one, these Luca items, these are the newest ones, and everything here, I've never made LA eggs. These ones all illegal through and through. Through and through. And the other stuff in here were suspected duped goods, just because they have so much in there, but they may have been legitimate or rollback duped. But never mind about that, that's comparatively minor. In fact, all that, the entire cheating scandal, is comparatively minor to what happened next. So, all the bans were called the April Fool's Purge. Then after that came April 2nd. An account named Jessica Landry joined and said that it was What's Funny on an alt account. And I thought about and that she had lost access to her account, and at that time What's Funny was offline, so I believed this person. I thought about doing an identity check in which I would ask them to say one of the last messages they had sent to me on their old account. But then I thought that might not be necessary, because I certainly can't remember the last message I sent on all of my chats, so I shouldn't expect What's Funny to. But so I went and reassigned trusted perms to this account, and that was a big mistake. It turned out to be an impersonator. And sorry, I forgot to tell you, but a few minutes before that, there had been an impersonator with my real name who came on and started telling people that the impersonator was me. And that was very bad. That is the first time that has happened. So then, this account, this Jessica Landry impersonation account, then started to spam sexual language about Jessica Landry. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Started spam person for Jessica Landry, was quickly banned. Not personal information, just sexual messages. The next thing happened, another account joined. Now this time it was called Jessica Landry, and then a very inappropriate message after it, in brackets. And this one continued to spam sexual messages, but they did not have at everyone, so their messages went in vain. Oh, come on. I don't know. This guy blocked the rail line. He doesn't... Sir BT3 perhaps does not... What is that? Sir BT3 perhaps does not understand entirely that this rail line has been here since long before he ever joined the server. So it's the other way around. He built his house close to the rail line, which I like. But never mind about that. There are more pressing matters. So, April 2nd, there were a total of 3 accounts, 1 impersonating me and 2 impersonating What's Funny. The one impersonating me stayed passive, didn't do any swearing and no sexual content, but the other 2 did. So then after that, I took a screenshot of the invites list so I could find who was inviting these players. And the next day, this is April 3rd, which I now call Bloody Thursday. I could come up with another adjective other than bloody, but it would be way too inappropriate. And you'll see why in a little bit. So Bloody Thursday at around 4 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, local time, another account joined named Jessica Landry with more extremely inappropriate things after it. And that account, since I was actually volunteering at the library at the time, I was unable to delete it quickly. And this person began to just spam random people with more inappropriate messages about what's funny. And that was overall rather disastrous. And I found out who did it. I took a screenshot then of the invites list and found the difference. And that difference belonged to JC GameStar. And I asked him about it, and he said that he had posted it to a chat group with Coop's members that he had since blocked. So that means we have a group of culprits. It's definitely Coops and his friends, even though I've sent the only one I have in my contacts a very angry message and told them to pass it on. They seem to be being deliberately dense, keep thinking that I'm accusing it of them, even though I'm repeatedly telling them it's a general message. So that could be a sign of guilt, and he's just trying to be a troll as always. But now we know who did it. But then the worst part of all is what came later. So then came an account called JimRim453. Now this one seemed to be very, very strange. Well, this one seemed to be more obfuscated, probably still an impersonator of me, because I'd actually banned my and What's Funny's names from being account names. If someone joins that, they get banned immediately as martial law measures. So they probably were getting around that. And this person kept spamming the sexual messages, along with a very distorted image. I didn't get a good look at it, but it was too distorted for me to understand what it was. But people who did saw it said they thought it was something inappropriate, which it certainly was considering what happened next. So this is account number 4, spam account 4 out of a total of 8. And then, since I deleted Jacob's invite that was being misused, I saw which one was inviting, and it was ZX Renity. Now this means ZX Renity is affiliated with the whole group. So ZX Renity and their invites were all taken off at once. So then number 6, this happened 2 hours later at around 6 o'clock p.m. Spammed an extremely pornographic image of a cartoon character with a full frontal and rear nudity. Delightful. It was very bad. They did it at least 6 times. And I had, since I was on mobile, I had to look at the full thing while I deleted it, which was awful. And that actually wouldn't be the worst thing that would happen. Account number 7 turned out to be a probable troll sleeper account. And what I mean by that is that Coops and his friends make troll accounts that have eccentric personalities. They don't do anything too bad. And they stay like this. For example, this one account pretended to be a very, very nationalist little Indian child, but that was during a raid, so he was banned. And Vincent may have been one of them. At the very least, Vincent started suddenly acting very racistly, and his invite went up when account number 8 joined. Account number 8 was the worst of all. Account number 8 suggests possible ties to people at my own school, because account number 8 spammed the name of my school, which I am pretty sure I've never released online, ever. And then a extremely pornographic image again, which I couldn't get to delete until 10 o'clock that night. So that means it stayed up for 2 hours. So then after that, I destroyed all invites and removed all privileges from untrusted members. and then put in extensive security features, so swear filters, and all of them. And then it was reopened, and since then, there's been no more spam, which is good. So hopefully the spammers have given up just like the Estonians. Or maybe they saw the message where I called them pathetic perverts. But that's what they are. They have nothing better to do than to harass the owners of small Minecraft servers. And that is all that happened on the April Fool's Purges, the cheating scandal, and Bloody Thursday. Not much blood, but a lot of something else. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. Never mind. Now let's continue with some more happier news. I'm improving the D-line by adding a stop here to service this guy's house and this guy's house. Back there's another stop being added to service 3 more people's houses. This is server rail. I don't know what I should call this. This is staging. I only have 2 signs left. No, I can just make new ones, I guess. This is going to be an open air station, probably. Next station. Lower bases. No, I don't know what to call it other than that. So this will let the D-line act as very much a regional, because it is connecting people's bases, whereas the Nether Express, the NX South line, goes to the stronghold far faster, 200 kilometers per hour. So this will just be a regional. But yes, I really hope those spammers have gone away for good, or have given up. Oh. On a happier note, March was once again the highest recorded play times in server history. So that was all good. I don't know where I should start for this. Oh, almost fell into the hole. That's going to be a big problem, isn't it? I also don't have any lights. Okay, looks like I might have some administrative duty to do. Okay. I don't know why somebody's trying to rent me his house. I'll gladly connect it to the rail network. 4 diamonds a night. That's incredibly expensive. It's like Vancouver level rent. No, Vancouver's more expensive than that. I don't want these weird distorted stairs. And it's looking probable that I will run out of space. This is not going to be this is going to be a very unique station. It's going to be open air. It's going to be open air, but it's also going to be more complex. It has 2 exits, 2 platforms. My original, I use British naming conventions. That's really what I use. Southton. When I made it, it was in the south area. Now, it's not really so far in the south anymore. Okay, let's see where this guy is. Did he make it to south? Oh, he did. He found it. Now let's plant a tree here, even though it will probably never grow. I'll go to bed. Let me see. Can't move in VR. What does this mean? OMG. Sure, I'll fix it. Banana is quite rich. They are number 10 for playtime. So definitely quite large. Right up there with all the big ones. And Ender Sam has almost double mine. He's not on now. Let us keep grinding home. And that should be the end of this episode, because it is long enough. Thank you, goodbye. It was mostly storytelling, but that doesn't matter. Goodbye.